This was coming. This was coming. What Roo doing? That's the headline in the papers today. That's the Sun. It's everywhere else. VAR controversy. We need VAR. This is why VAR should be in the FA Cup. And this is a big advertisement for VAR being in the Premier League permanently. No, it's not. And like Alan Shearer and Wayne Rooney said yesterday, just do your effing job. For God's sake, man. Why are we allowing computers? It's like AI. My God, might as well let AI run the bleeding game the way it's going. Honestly, it's embarrassing that people are actually bringing this up. I listened to the radio this morning after reading the newspapers because I didn't see the full instance. So I've watched it all back. I've watched the Aston Villa and the Newcastle game back, and the handball, the penalty, at the offside. Oh my God, like, you've seen it. You've seen it, I'm sure, now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is getting to an embarrassing stage now with VAR. The PGMOL just need to get referees that are competent and basically know how to ref a bleeding game of football. Because at the moment, we're looking at linesmen not putting the flags up, referees waiting for Mr. Computer upstairs at Stockley Park, whoever it is in the office doing his bleeding job. It's embarrassing. It really is. And the incidents and everything that's gone wrong with VAR, more in England than any other European country, it is getting to that point now where it's just like, what's the point in the referee? Why is he even there? You might as well put a robot on the pitch walking around. I mean, we'll get number Johnny 5, he'll do a better job, although he leaves some tracks in the grass, won't he? Actually, speaking of grass, I can't even believe this Grassroots game is on today. I'm coaching Winton ladies later on against Bury first team in the County Cup last 16. Oh, good God, it's going to be a brutal one later. And this game, God knows how it's on, but again, hey, the pitches are getting better at Grassroots anyway. I can't believe it after the weather and the storm we've had, but more on that later, of course, and getting into what everyone said again in the papers this morning. And sorry, I haven't got my paper to hand today, so I've got the online version there for you, just so you can see exactly what was being said. My hands are that bleeding cold that I can't hold the paper up and show you, so I've used the online version just then, a moment ago, just to give you the updates and what's actually happening. But when you look at that, when you look at the headlines and you look at the stories that are going around VAR right now, someone tell me where VAR has actually taken a incident this season and actually proved that it's more than capable of being in the league and staying in the Premier League and actually making the right decision every single time. Look, there's been few that have got right, and sometimes you can praise VAR and you can dig out exactly what has gone wrong and what's not gone wrong when it comes to them big decisions. But it's few and far between. It's not enough, and everyone's talking about it. You have to listen to like what the papers are talking about there. Listen to Wayne Rooney, listen to Alan Shearer, who are watching that game. It's great when we don't have VAR. It's fantastic, the game. But last night proved that we should have it in the league. We should have it in the FA Cup. It needs to be there. No, it doesn't. Do your job and just do it better. And that's it. It's as simple as that. It's an absolute joke. It's a farce, VAR. And it is getting to that embarrassing stage now where we're actually at the point of no return, where it's, what else are they going to bring in that's just going to make it worse? Because any enhancements on it, like people are talking about, is an absolute joke. Anyway, that was the main story in the papers today, and that was the one that most people are talking about. But on football side of things, Manchester United on our side of things today, Harry Maguire has to stay. Manchester United players in the Sun newspaper actually saying that Maguire needs to stay. It's a joke. Well, it's not a joke, but they can't understand why he hasn't got a new contract, his leadership qualities and how well he's playing at the moment. Harry Maguire needs to be in this Man United side going into next season, needs to be part of that leadership group or whatever it is you want to call it. But Harry Maguire, I think, will take care of himself as long as Man United get Champions League football. I've said this before, not surprised the papers are on it because they need a Manchester United story. They need something to write about for the Reds, because if they don't sell, do they? That's it. They need them in because they need, well, they need to sell newspapers and they need to get clicks online and everything like that as well. So yeah, that's basically why this story's in here. It's the only Man United story you're going to get. I think they've run out of stuff to say about Sir Jim Radcliffe. There's stories about bloody Elon Musk being invited in by Sir Jim Radcliffe to invest into Manchester United. God knows what that's all about. Is that not the biggest recipe for disaster ever. Elon Musk and Sir Jim Radcliffe together at a football club. There's forward thinking for the game, isn't it? Man, it's bad enough talking about VAR and the shit that's going on with that. And then you've got leading, what? Elon Musk, that crazy man, alongside Sir Jim Radcliffe, who gets things completely wrong with his facts and causes a stir. Oh God, like, you all know what I'm talking about. Don't want to go into it again. We've all heard it and we all know exactly what's happened. But yeah, that's United stories anyway. Arsenal's bottle job of a season on the cards. I don't know. I think the bigger headline in the papers is that Eberechi Eze, not the same player anymore. We talked about Alejandro Garnacho the other day and what his season has been, in thinking that that was the right move to make and how embarrassing that was. But Eberechi Eze he's not playing, he's not featuring. In terms of that player that we've seen play against Manchester City in that final, it is a completely different world away from what we expect quality-wise from Eze. It is starting to rain as well. Oh my God, my hand's bleeding, freezing. Anyway, Eze, let me know in the comment section on Eze, by the way, everybody, because I think there are some players that probably look at moves that they've made and what they do in their careers and look back and go, maybe not. The rotation of Arsenal's squad, the amount of games that they've got, should have given Eze a lot more game time, but it's just not happening. And to be honest, I don't think with the way that Arteta's playing football, that Eberechi Eze is ever going to be that Crystal Palace player again. This is what they did, Pep Guardiola did to Jack Grealish. Take him from Aston Villa and change the player. Why are you changing the player? Why are you trying to fit him into something that he's not, in terms of the position and the style that he wants to play football? There's a reason you bought that player, and the reason is he was absolutely smashing it in that position, playing that way that he did. So why would you change that player? What attracted you to him in the first place? Eberechi Eze, I think, has made a mistake. I really do. Because Mikel Arteta, I think he's losing it a bit. And if he doesn't win this league, then these players then are going to be, I think, maybe playing under another manager. Because I think the Arsenal fans will hound Arteta out if he doesn't pick up a major title. And that's Champions League or Premier League. I think they'll hound him out. And we'll see what happens to the likes of Eze then. Gyökeres isn't the striker that they need. And to be honest, I don't see how he can change things now. I think they're set in the way that they want to play. And he's ruining them. He's absolutely ruining them. He's overcomplicating football, Mikel Arteta. And he is going to cost himself a job and cost them Arsenal players who are good enough and are the best squad in the league in winning a major title. But they're your three main headlines, I think, from the papers today. Let me know what you think. Get in the comments below. I'm going to put this down now because my hand's bleeding, freezing. Anyway, have a good one, people. Get your comments in below. Like, share and subscribe to Adam FC. I'll see you all later.